If you're interested in having a cutting patch for yourself in your garden, but are not sure whether you've got enough room, then this year I'm trialling a 3-metre square bed to see how much I can get out of it, so that you can see what's achievable in such a small space. So this bed here is 3 metres by 1 metre, so 3 metres squared. In the previous video, I have shown you how I created that bed, and also in previous videos, I've explained the concept of succession sowing and the flowers that I would be sowing in this bed consecutively throughout the season to maximise production. So if you want to see me see where we are now in the bed and watch me sowing some or planting the seedlings, the next set of seedlings, then stay tuned. So, according to my plan for this bed, the first batch of seeds that I should have sown were snapdragon, scabiosa, china aster, cornflower, dorcas and ami major. And I believe what we're seeing down the far end is pretty much that. What I haven't got, whether it's been eaten by slugs or there does seem to be a gap, so whether they've been eaten by slugs or just haven't survived. We have not got cornflowers, we've not got any dorcas, but we do have the ami majors, which I'll show you in a minute, snapdragons, china aster and scabiosa. I've also got some Greek cress in there because that's really useful for flower arranging, and I maybe decided to replace the dorcas because I haven't had much grown of that this season, so I maybe chose to replace that as something of interest for foliage then. So let me show you how these are looking first. So there appears to be one ami majus which actually is just about ready to flower, so that's pretty good. But we have Greek cress growing here, and the other areas something's eaten what's there, so I just need to be careful about that. Probably slugs, but who knows. This is the Greek cress. Now it's flowering at the moment, but what is useful is when it goes to seed. So it becomes taller, very straight, and it's just an interesting shape in a floral arrangement. So I'm not going to do anything with that just at the moment. The next row seems to be empty. So something, I think, has been eaten there, but I can't remember what. We've got some snaps growing quite well, china aster and some scabiosa. So in total, we've probably got just under half the bed currently in use. So what I'm going to do is fill up some of the gaps that have been created by flowers not growing, and then fill in this area here with some more plants that I have. The dahlia is also ready to go at the end, so I'll be planting that. So let me go through the list of flowers that I will be planting today. So the list that I read out before, a lot of those were planted because they take a long time to grow. So snapdragons, china aster are all plants that take a while to grow before flowering, which is why I sowed those beginning of April and planted them out earlier. Now this is the second batch, and we're looking at planting out some sunflowers, so I have seeds for that rather than seedlings, some zinnia, cosmos. I don't have any larkspur, nothing seems to have come through. I also don't have any Bupleurum, which is another foliage plant, and some Amimajus. So I'm going to fill up some of the holes from the Amimajus. I've got some cornflowers now. I've got zinnias. I've got cosmos. I've got some more scabiosa, although that's not on the list. And I've got some nicotiana, lime green, which is quite useful plant to have because it can be a flower, filler or foliage. And I think I have some dill. So let us get planting. So before I plant, I'll just explain what I'm going to do. Cosmos plants, Amimajus and the cornflower end up being really quite large plants. So I am going to put those towards the back of this side. So I don't want them blocking the sun. So the sun comes from this side. So I don't want them blocking the sun. So I'm not going to have the full bed or full strip of those plants. So I am only going to plant one cornflower, and I'm only going to plant one cosmos. I might do an Amimajus, a dill, and then 4 zinnias, 4 nicotianas, and I think I've got some nigella, so I might plant that up. We'll see how it goes, and I will let you know what I've done as I finish. So there we have it. We have the dahlia planted, a cosmos in the far corner there, some scabiosas, 2 nicotianas. They look like nothing at the moment, but they do grow into quite a big plant. So I've been cautious with those, along with the cornflower, which is in the far corner as well. Then we have a row of nigella, a row of zinnias, and I sowed some sunflowers in between the snapdragons and the cress. Planted a dill and an Amimajus there for a bit of variety. So now it's all about watering them in and getting them ready to grow. So there you have it. We've got the trial bed planted out with the second set of seedlings. I've got some more seedlings just sown a couple of days ago. So once the first lot are finished, they will replace those plants with more. And it's just a matter of succession sowing so that you keep cycling through them. So you don't need many plants, you just need to have plants ready to replace the ones that have finished as you go through the season. This is June, so June is normally quite a difficult time of the year for getting flowers, to have flowers ready to go into a vase. So as you can see, there is nothing in this bed yet that is ready to pick and put into a vase. Now, if you're interested in getting something available sooner at this time of year, then watch the video about the beauty of biennials, as they will show you what you can do and have flowering now to then add to your flower bed going forward. So you can have a really good cyclical bed to get as many flowers as you can throughout the season.